Okay, first off, I'm very honored and privileged to be able to stand in front of you today. This is a very different venue for me, obviously, to talk to this sea of green as opposed to family members. But Jim and I want to take the opportunity, I want to turn your focus just a little bit on your families and getting them ready and making sure that they are ready for the rigors of what you all do in training and on deployments. A couple of weeks ago, Jim and I made a video about families and about you all. And you can go on the Marine website, and it said there's a message from the commandant and Mrs. Amos about family readiness. I want that to be your homework this afternoon or tonight. It's an easy video. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long. It talks about being ready as a family, but about the obligation that you all have as Marines to get your families prepared and ready. You know, the Marine Corps has some amazing programs for all of you, but also for our families. It is incumbent upon you to make sure that your families are as ready as they possibly can be for the days and the weeks and the months that you are required to be away. Your training takes you away for weeks and months at a time. That can be as rigorous as a full-blown deployment. So I want you to avail yourself of those opportunities. More importantly, I want you to encourage your families, your wives, your husbands, if we have any females here, your mamas, your daddies, your grandmothers, your aunts, your uncles, your best friends, your girlfriends. All these opportunities are available for them as well. You have an obligation to be the best United States Marine that you can be. You also have an obligation to prepare your family, that person that loves you more than the Marine Corps does, that person that worries about you, that person that cares for you. You have an obligation to prepare that individual as best you can. Jim and I have made numerous deployments. We've raised 2 children over the last 40 years, and they spent all of their growing up years in the Marine Corps. We made it through multiple deployments, several times at war, because we were prepared, because we readied ourselves. It's more than learning how to change a tire, although that's kind of important too. But it's about building resilience, knowing how to get through the tough times, the anxious times when you all are forward and people are shooting at you. How do we get through those lonely times? So your second part of the homework is when you go home tonight, if you go home to a girlfriend or you go home to a spouse, I want you to hug them and kiss them 3 or 4 times. Y'all like that homework, don't you? You can do that homework? And tell them thank you for being a very faithful Marine Corps family member. If you don't go home, if you're not married and you don't go back to a home that has a wife or a girlfriend or whatever there, then I want you to do one of those things we call a cyber hug. I want you to get online to your mama or your daddy, give them a call on the phone, text them, whatever it is, whatever mode of communication you use, to that person. Be that your mama, your daddy, your aunt, your grandmama, your best friend, your sister, your brother, your pal, and say thank you for loving me as a United States Marine and sticking by me. And here's how you can communicate with my unit. And here's my fro's name. And here's how you connect with my fro, because my fro will know what's going on with me when I go forward. So that's your second part of the homework. You get to watch a video tonight, and then you get to love on a family member. Not hard assignments. And with that, I'll be quiet and say thank you for being United States Marines. And thank your families from Jim and I, and from the Sergeant Major and Mrs. Kent, who is here with us. To your families for being loyal, faithful, dedicated family members to this very, sometimes difficult and lonely life that we live as a family member. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.